Hello. Hi. It has been a while. I think the last time I posted was in February? March? I think it might have been February, but it has been quite some time. I wish I was able to film more school stuff throughout the year, but that didn't happen. But that's fine. But it's summer now. I will not have classes until August. I won't have in-person classes because I am taking online courses just to get ahead, really, because also I don't have like a script or anything. Like sometimes I'll like jot down what I want to talk about in videos. I don't have that right now. I just picked up the camera and press record, hence why I look this way. Yeah, I'm recording. But I am gonna just talk and see where. Wow, okay. All right. Um, so let's do a little recap, I guess, about how the year ended for me. Because this year was a doozy. Like, it was so hard and just, ugh, like, I was like, there's no way I'm going to, like, be able to finish strong this year. Like, it just wasn't working out. And I won't necessarily say that I finished. Yes, I did finish strong, actually, because I finished, which that's strong enough. But grades definitely could have been better. I was just really stressed this whole semester. Like, I know in one of my previous videos, I talked about how originally I had wanted to drop out around the January through March time. I was like, just like, there's no way I can make it through this. And I just was feeling a lot. But I am actually quite excited for the next year, which I feel like I always say that, like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm so this, I'm so that. But I feel like, and I also say this all the time, that I feel like it's really going to be my year. But I'm going to make it this year. I'm not going to wait for the year to happen. I'm going to make the year good through my own actions instead of just hoping that it goes well, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I'm taking summer classes because I changed my major again. I am now a psychology major, which, like, I'm quite excited for because it has more of a, compared to the international studies, which is what I was doing before psychology, I just had no clear end goal, no cohesion with the major. I was just taking these classes and I was like, for what? Like, how is this gonna help me? Because I don't even know what job I'm gonna get with any of this knowledge. Like, there's really nothing helpful. Even though the classes were very interesting, it just seemed like doing all this work for no reason. But with psychology, I have a definitive end goal and like a career that I want, and I know how I'm going to get there. And that is just a better way for me to operate because I need like certainty to really operate at like 100%. But I am, and since I'm a junior now, technically, I guess, because sophomore year is over. That's a notion. Um, but should I? There, I look more like myself now. But I guess I'm just gonna chat a little bit. And I guess one question, which makes sense, I've been getting a lot, is why psychology? And I just have strong feelings about the medical field, especially mental health in general, because I've just, throughout my own experience of going to psychologists and doing this and doing that, I see the problems and I feel like I am able to be a part of the solution, because the medical field just really needs an update. Not necessarily in like technology, because that's always changing and updating, but the way that things are practiced, especially when the patient is of color or person of color, or they're a woman, it's just so different the way that we get treated in medical spaces. And I want to be someone who has felt that, and due to the fact I know what that feels like and I know how frustrating it is, I can confidently be a psychologist and help people not go through that. Notifications. But anyway, that's a little bit on why I decided on psychology. And specifically what I want to do with this major is I either want to be a psychologist or a cognitive behavioral therapist. Either way, I want to really work with minorities. And are women considered minorities? No, I don't think so. Women, minorities, and especially dealing with like neurodivergency in older ages, like teens into adults, because that's something else that I also feel strongly about, that I think needs to be changed, the way we look at those things, the way we look at that topic, and how we treat issues. Finger quotes, because I don't think being neurodivergent is an issue, but it can cause issues. So like how to deal with those issues, if that makes sense. But I really don't know. I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit, but I don't know what to talk about. But I'm like, ooh, maybe I should do like a get ready for new classes with me. Excuse me, because that'd be fun. But in terms of learning, I actually have made a switch back to pen and paper, because I was using my iPad for note-taking for freshman year and sophomore year, and I don't think it's for me. Like, it still has lots of uses, the iPad, but I'm gonna just start using notebooks again and handwriting, because I feel like that's the only way that the information actually sticks with me. So I've bought, and it's kind of funny because I'm going like in reverse. Like, I've been buying my school supplies at the beginning of summer instead of the end. But I bought some cute little notebooks and stuff, and I set up my computer and my phone and everything with my new wallpapers and widgets for inspiration, and re-downloaded my habit trackers and homework reminders and such. And we're just like really gonna be on the grind because I want this to be my last major change. I think that it will be the last, but I just want to stick with this and really see it through. And I just have to really work hard. Not even that hard, I just have to try more. Because I know I can do what I want to do in terms of getting good grades. I can reach those goals. It's just, will I put in the effort to reach those goals, if that makes sense. But I am excited. And also, so my mom, she's in culinary school, and she made the president's list. And so we had made a deal that if she makes the president's list or dean's list, that I would make it into the National Honor Society of Psychology students. And she did her part. She did her part. So now I have to do mine. And really, I'm ready for the challenge. Like, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. And, like, I have a tendency, like, I'm such a perfectionist that, wow, this sun is doing something. Anyway, I'm such a perfectionist that it seems like nothing is ever good enough that I do. But my mom was saying, like, you know, as long as you can try and, like, without a doubt say this is the best I could have done, like, realistically, then that's enough. These thoughts are really disjointed. Like, no thoughts, actually, head empty. I'm just talking. But I'm just very excited for that. In the summer, I'm taking brain and behavior, experimental psychology, and psychology and social science. I forget what the class is called specifically, but it focuses on, like, psychology, obviously, but in the perspective of different cultures and societies and stuff, which is really interesting to me, especially because I want to focus on working with minorities. So those classes are, like, right up my alley. And due to the fact that I'm changing my major literally halfway through my college career, I'm like, it'd be best to just knock out as many classes as soon as possible. And oh, here's a good thing. I really like my Spanish class, but this semester was so rough that I genuinely thought I was going to fail. Like, and which is crazy because the people who know me know that I'm rather good at Spanish and I enjoy it. I understand it. I was like, you know, good enough to, like, tutor people. Like, I know what I'm doing, but I was just so stressed out and I just let all the work get away from me. But my professor, she really came through because I don't think I deserved the grade that I got. But because I was like, okay, I'm gonna fail and just gonna have to take the class in the summer to keep on track for the fall. And I checked today and I didn't fail. I got a C, which sounds like, to some people, that probably sounds terrible. And younger me would have, like, literally had a breakdown if I had received a C for, like, anything. Because I've done that before. But I just, at this point in time, I'm more than happy with that. And so, like, that's one less summer class that I have to take. Well, I don't have to take any of the summer classes. I'm just doing it because I'm an overachiever, I guess. But I it's like I don't know where to look, the camera or the viewfinder, or like somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't have to take that in the summer anymore, which is nice. But I really want to just be on my grind this summer. Like, I haven't gone to Pilates in about what feels like 2 months. I don't think it's actually been 2 months, but it feels like it. And I just decided that over the summer, it's not like I have to go to class in person or I have places to be. So, like, go to Pilates as often as I can. And that is my goal, to go to Pilates as much as I can, work on my work efficiently, because I think, in terms of my end of the bargain with my mom, to be in the National Honor Society of Psychology students, I have to have a 3.0, which seems like low for an honor society. Like, I feel like that's going to be really easy. And so with the amount of classes that I'm taking in the summer, which is literally almost full time, I think that if I do good in those classes, which I will, then that'll be more than enough to like be ready to go for honor society by the time school actually starts. And like, I don't know if it'll actually help me in terms of at my college, but the benefits in terms of networking, and I can put that on my resume and it's gonna look really good. I know it's doable, and so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And yeah, what else is there? I am like, I feel like I'm just coming out of a funk. Like, maybe it's because school is over, but I just sleepy too, apparently. But like, my room is actually clean, which is like big for me. Why? Okay, the sun is getting on my nerves. No, it's not actually, because I really like the sunlight. But like, my room is clean, and it wasn't like I had to do a huge overhaul to clean it. I just had to pick up some clothes, so like, it was already basically clean, and that always just makes me feel so much better. So now I just have to make sure that when I go through my daily routine of changing into 20 outfits, I put the clothes back instead of just leaving them where they land. But I'm just feeling good about everything right now. I am feeling excited. I'm feeling so excited to the point that I think I'm getting like antsy, and I don't want to get burnt out before I start. So I have to like try and get things off of my mind, like to get the classes off of my mind, because I'm like, oh, why won't they upload the stuff on Canvas already? Like, why won't they do this? Why won't they do that? Because I want to get a head start, but that's not something I can control. So I just have to like get over that and just calm down. But it's like I have all this energy, and I'm like, I have to do work, which I know is not true, but it's like just the way that my brain is like communicating with me right now. And so I find it hard to fully relax, if that makes sense. But we're getting there. I'm just gonna, like I said, it's not something I can control, so I'm just gonna try to not worry about it. Not necessarily worry about it, but like, it's not anything I can control, like I said, so like, just don't give it that much energy, because it's not going to change anything. Because I only have a week before the classes start. So like I should enjoy that week and not be like, oh my gosh, I wish I was doing homework. Like, you know, like it's free time. That is a very, very hot commodity for a college student. I don't know. So I am gonna just try to like calm down about that. Maybe I'll like meditate or something, which I'm not good at doing like at all because my brain just runs a mile a minute and like the car has no brakes. The car has no brakes. There's no way to stop besides like, well, I won't say besides crashing, but like there are no brakes. This train is chugging along and it will not stop. So meditation is really hard for me, but I might try it, see if that helps like calm me down and get me like centered before everything. And I mean, these past few weeks have been good to me. They haven't been horribly rough. So, I'm not mad about it. But I think that's all I'm going to talk about. I've been going for a little over 20 minutes. That's enough to be a whole video. So, I'm just going to end this here. And I always do my intros at the end, which is kind of weird. But my name is Haley. Hi. If you're new here, hello. Please, well, you don't have to if you don't want to. But I would love it if you stuck around, liked, and subscribed. I really love comments, and I try to at least, like, heart all of them, if not respond. So, like, leave comments. I love that stuff. But yeah, and if you're not new here, also hello. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for continuing to return. All of that. So, thanks, and bye.